Hey YouTube, how you doing today? It's your girl Vet. Yes indeed. I was on here earlier. Well, I did a video earlier, guys. I had went to the movies, had a good time. I think I did one stopping at Target, then wasn't able to record inside. Then my son came up and everything, but y'all see that video if you ain't already seen it when you see this one. But guys, I had a good day all day round, y'all. All day round, y'all. Like, it started off very beautiful. Today was my 3-year-old granddaughter, first day of K3, y'all. So I seen her off before she went to school today. Then I sat back after I left her. I wanted to go get her another book bag, right? So my day just kept getting better. Okay, I went to Myers. I could not find anything. So then I ended up going to TJ Maxx, y'all. And I just want to tell y'all and just, man, my experience there was so lovely, guys. First of all, I'm going to come out of the Bible today with this experience I had. And I had to come out of it. Luke 6:31. Y'all doing as others as you want done unto you. Okay, guys, when I say, man, I went inside there. I was looking for the book bag. The lady was at the front door. She was doing stuff like greeting customers and at the front door. So I was like, do you have any like toddler book bags here for little girls? She said, well, we have some right here off to the side. And she went over there with me and she was showing me. She said, but I think we got some better ones over there. They was on clearance and all this. And then she said, I can take you over there and show them to you. And I went right with her, you know, and everything like that. We looked at the book bags together, y'all. And we was going through them together. And then I got 2 book bags, but I got a small one and I got a bigger one. So she was like, take this other book bag because one didn't have a price tag on it. She said, take this up there. First of all, before all that, she said, this is not my department. Let me find out how much this book bag costs. She came back. She said, it's $12.99 and everything like that. I said, okay. She said, so take this book bag up there so she can scan this one and say Cheryl said it was okay. Her name was Cheryl. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, you gave me a beautiful experience. I said, thank you so much for helping me out like this and bringing me over here to this, you know, department that wasn't even yours. And, you know, you're going above and beyond, you know, so I was just so thankful for that. And I've been asking God to put people in my life that I will go above and beyond for, like, that's just like me, you know, because I go above and beyond for people. At least I try to. I go above and beyond. So I said, I want more people in my life, you know, that's just like me. And even though she was a stranger, I'm like, wow, she like went above and beyond more than a lot of people that has been through my life, you know, with certain situations. I'm like, when I started thinking about that, like, this is a stranger. This is a stranger. I know she was at work, but at the same time, she could have said, oh, you can just go right over there to the children's park. It's right that way. The sign was big, so you can see where the children's park was, but she took her time to take me over there and basically shop with me, and we going through these book bags together. Man, y'all, that was a good feeling. So what I'm saying is, oh, that is nice. Hey, guys. Oh, I like that. Oh, so what you got it today? Y'all, my son just came in from work. But yeah, so that was a beautiful thing. And that's one thing, you guys, and this leads me to something else. I gotta put something on here. This thing is heavy. I'm sorry. So yeah, it leads me to something else. Like, your energy level might be different from the next person. You know, not your fault, not their fault. Maybe they're not aware, you know. And I know it can get frustrating sometimes that, you know, your energy level can be like me. I have an energy level when it comes down to people and how I'm there for people, like a refrigerator, a stove, you know, washing machine and dryer and all this and that. I have all that energy, y'all, and I give it to people, okay? And anybody that knows me can tell you that. And if they tell you something different, we know it's a lie. Can't nobody sit back and tell you nothing different about that. But then you sit back and you get the energy from other people that's not even more than an electric razor. And that's sad. It's sad. But a lot of times, they just don't have it in them. They just don't have it in them. And, you know, you can address it if the person means something to you or the individual. You can say something and say, hey, you know, have you noticed that my energy level for you, you know, is way higher than you are for me? You know, especially if it's supposed to be somebody real close to you. It can be your mate. It can be a friend, a relative, whatever. Even if you're on a job and you know, sitting back putting in work with the other co-worker, you helping them and always so supporting them and working as a team, but they not being the same for you. Or, you know, you sitting back, you always there for your friend or relative, and you go above and beyond, but then when it comes down to you, they won't move a finger. Like this woman went all the way around the store, across the store, and I started thinking about, dog, I got people that has been in my life throughout my life that has not even did that for me. And I'm like, dang, why did I even entertain that long? But let me tell you one thing, y'all. Keep on being the person that you are. Keep being the person that you are, because it says, do unto others as you would want done unto you. Not do unto others as they do unto you. You know, as you would want done unto you. But now with that being said, God, he don't want you to be a fool either. So you still be a good person regardless. So how you gonna be? But you don't always have to go that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Maybe God don't even want you to go that extra mile like that you've been going, but you're going because it's in you like that, and you have to sit back and you have to bag off some. You know, not always sit back and do that. And then you will save yourself from getting a kick in the face. You will save yourself, because trust me, maybe some people don't realize that they're not giving up the energy, or some people know that they're not giving you the same energy or nowhere near, and just don't care. And just don't care, because I cannot see it. Honestly, I just really can't see it personally for myself. You know, I cannot see nobody sitting back going all out for me, and I'm not trying to give them the, you know, the same type of energy or go out for them, especially somebody that I'm supposed to care about. You know, and we got history and everything, and then I just cannot see that. And it just really touched me so much with my son, you know what I'm saying, giving me the same energy that he's been raised up on, that he knows about, because I raised him with that kind of energy. He seen that kind of energy in me. He showed me that kind of energy. He showed it to me. I sat back there and went to the movies by myself. He didn't like it. I went there by myself. Then after that, I went to Target, and he knew where I was at. I told him I was going to stop at Target. And I was doing a video, and I said, oh, somebody blowing up on the side of me. When I got through, it's on another video. Y'all gonna see it. When I got through, I realized it was him. It made my heart melt, y'all. That made my heart melt. But, you know, hey, that's my son. You know, he been raised by me, you know, and that's what he is used to seeing. And I want them to be able to, you know, be like that. And then I was telling him about my experience at TJ Maxx. And he worked with customer service. And he has worked at Walmart before. And he has told me some of his experiences about helping people and stuff like that. And he kind of reminded me, he said, Mama, you remember I was telling you about, you know, I was helping a customer. And there was a specific lady, you know, she was an older lady, and she's had asked him for some help. She said, I got grandkids around here somewhere, but they doing their own thing, and I just really need some help. He said he took about 15 minutes out of his time to go out and help her. So I'm like, wow, that is just beautiful. I said, and baby, keep it up. Keep it up. Always go above and beyond. Especially, you know, God leads you to do that. Go above and beyond. You know, because, hey, either way it go, you're doing the right thing, you know. And like I said, don't be too down on the person. Especially, you need to tell them. You need to communicate. If you feel a certain way about a person, I ain't the only one that been going through this. If you feel a certain way about a person, then you let them know how they dog. Hey, I be doing this and doing that, and they see it. Like, how can you, how can you sit back? Think about it. How can a person just sit back and knowing that you ride for them hard, but they would not give you an ounce of what you give them? Like I said, you can give them the energy of a refrigerator, a stove, a washing machine, a dryer, a microwave oven, and they won't even give it to you as hard as an electric razor. And then, say for instance, if I gave the energy that some people give me, if I really, literally, all throughout my life, some of the energy that some people gave me, and they say that, give them the same energy that they've been giving you, I might as well go to sleep. I might as well take a nap. Because that's the kind of energy that I've been receiving. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, God says, treat people as you would want done unto you to do. You know what I'm saying? As you would want done unto you. Then that's how you treat people. Not what they do to you. You treat people how you will want them to treat you. And I'm going to continue to do so. But I'm going to bag up some of that going on this, extra miles and run a marathon, for people. I'm definitely going to stop that. Because when I see that stranger, even though she was at work, and this is not the first time, but this really just stood out to me because today, like I said, it is a lot that just happened, just transpired all today. I think God was showing me something. I really believe he was showing me something when he was showing me, and I'm like, dog, okay. And then as the day went on, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to speak about. This is exactly what I'm supposed to speak about then, because, I know I'm not the only one, y'all guys. I know I'm not the only one that's going through this, y'all. Still, you got that good heart. You treat people with kindness, and you going that extra mile for that person, go right ahead. But at the same time, sometimes when you do that and people show you who they are, that's a red flag. And then you need to kind of bag up a little bit, still be that kind person. But, you doing all this run over circles, ducking and dodging and everything like that, dipping in all over the place for a person, and they won't sit back and really go an extra couple of steps for you. See, it's a difference between doing things as you would want done to you and for you to be a fool. God don't want you to be a fool now. That's one thing. He do not want you to be a fool. And once he makes you aware of certain things, you gotta deal with people accordingly. And if it's somebody very close to you that you really care about, and you feel like that it's a one-sided relationship, and it's a one-sided relationship, and they're not even meeting you 25% of the way. You come at 75%, they won't even meet you 25% to help meet you. They won't even come 10%, you come at 90%, and they won't even do that to help meet you. Come on now, something ain't right with that. And you got to be a real messed up person if you cannot see that, if you give off that type of low energy like that. A very selfish person. How you not, what I'm saying? You're not seeing that. And you're just comfortable with that. How can you be comfortable with that? And especially after somebody brings it to your attention, how can you absolutely be comfortable with that? And your energy level was down like that, the energy that you give a person that you care about. I don't understand that. See, something ain't right with that. Something just ain't right with that. That means that you cannot care as much as you think that you care about a person. I don't always expect to get the same energy that I get off, but not that low. That when it's that low, like I said, a razor compared to all the other energy that I was just talking about, that gets to be disrespectful. That when it becomes disrespectful, that is when it's the obvious. That's when it's the obvious. And then sometimes you can watch them give more energy to somebody else that don't even give them a piece of their energy, and you can watch them give better energy to somebody else, and they won't even give it to you. And you don't give them so much positive energy and everything like that. Positive advice. Sometimes they act, sometimes they don't. But ain't nothing wrong with positive advice. No matter, One thing, and I'm going to say this, one thing, if somebody gives you advice, it's not always that somebody is sitting back, you know, being in your business or something like that. Probably some business that you done gave up. And probably they probably give you some advice because they care about you. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's okay. I love somebody to tell me something, like I'm telling my other video. I forgot which video, but if we go back to it, I figure it out. I said, if I had on a little skirt and I'm showing some cellulite, y'all better tell me if I'm showing some cellulite, if I'm showing too much cellulite. If I got a friend and she telling me, you showing too much cellulite, you know, I know that you ain't used to that. You probably didn't know that that skirt was that kind of short. I want to be told. It doesn't mean that they are sitting back, you know, judging me or anything like that. But if they sit back and tell me, girl, you looking fine in that dress, you looking like this in that dress, that's good though. It's not being judged, right? But then, see, that's one thing. People would get upset when it's something that's true that they don't like. But when they feel like it's true and they like it, they don't feel like there's nothing bad. If you say, oh, girl, ooh, you got it going on. The way you wore that dress and them pumps and them heels and everything like that, ooh, that looked that good. That's good, so there ain't no problem. There ain't no problem. But as soon as somebody tell you, ooh, girl, you have too much cellulite going on, I think maybe this and that, and I think maybe this and that. If it's a friend of yours or a close person, a relative, your man, your wife, or whoever else, and they tell you something out of love, don't ever think that somebody is judging you because of that. Please don't. Please don't. Because somebody give you some constructive criticism that it's part of a judgment. It's not. It's definitely not, you know. So you have to realize that you don't want to hear the truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. Your kids might not want to hear the truth. You might tell your kids something, and they don't want to hear the truth. They like, oh, mama judging me now, or this and that, you know, if you got those type of kids. But when it comes down to mine, no, they already be knowing. Every time mama tell you them something, it's out of love. They might not want to hear it. But hey, they know mama telling them the truth. They know mama love them. You know, if I tell my baby something, he better know, hey, it's not, you know what I'm saying, that I'm criticizing you or trying to talk down to you or even trying to judge you at all. No, it's because I love you. Somebody tell me, hey, it's because you love me. My mama used to tell me some stuff. Yeah, I probably didn't like it. And sometimes it got to the point of like, when we talk about my weight. Now, I felt like I was being picked on so much that I couldn't even eat a piece of nothing that was sweet. So I would kind of be like, "Dog, Mom, every time I try to eat a little something or try to enjoy myself, and you say that." But I knew a lot of times she was saying that out of love and did not realize that, that, that it was really affecting me like that. It was bothering me. So we end up talking about that. I know she wasn't trying to, judge me or put me down. It was out of love. And she probably didn't realize that it was affecting me, like, dog, every time she eats something. Because it got to the point, do you think that you need to be eating that? Watching my calories more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, watching if I eat anything. So I was like, dog, man. It's like, I understand that you care, and you don't want me to, gain more weight, and you watching my health. But sometimes, it can be a little cat, you trying to knock this down. But sometimes it can get a little bit like, dog, make me feel bad. I'm like, dog, I didn't eat nothing all day. I just ate a little piece of this, and then it's always something said. But we grew from that, So you got to realize, guys, a person that's not always lurking around and trying to, see what's going on. They're just like, they care about you. They care about you, and you can't always feel like that. But sometimes people do. They sit back and they like, oh, dog, they always got something to say about you. It's always something, or they got something to say about other people. Always in business and all that kind of stuff. But you got to know the difference. You got to know the difference. Now, if you're dealing with somebody and they're supposed to be somebody close to you, and it's a problem with them saying anything to you, or you feel like it's a problem, or they judging you constantly, you got to cut those people off. You got to cut those people off. I can care less who it is. You got to cut those people off. But if you just being a little, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say it, you know what I'm saying, without really, coming hard. But, overly sensitive. Can't take constructive criticism. Can't take somebody telling you anything. You will never grow. You will never grow. Because if you're looking for somebody to always be on your side, always sit back and say something nice about you that's not true, and always, then you got a problem. You got somebody to sit back telling you, you know you looking a mess. You know when you left the house that you was looking a mess. And you got somebody telling you, girl, that outfit is the bomb on you. Girl, it ain't showing no cellulite. But they see all that cellulite back there, and they just telling you how good it's looking. You got rolls falling all over the place and everything like that. You got on the nappiest wig in town, and they telling you that you looking good. But that's what you want to hear. But as soon as somebody tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. It's a problem. Oh, they always got something to say about me. Come on now. It's people getting too old for that. I can see somebody 5 and 6 years old thinking like that. When you get to the point and you get over the age of 20 years old, 25, 20, 30, you got to start looking at stuff in a positive way. Even if it seems like it's a negative thing that somebody says, start looking at it for the positive. You're supposed to learn from that. You're supposed to learn from what people say to you. You're supposed. I remember my mama. I had told her. I said I was finna get married at one time, and I was hurt because she kind of laughed in my face. Because she was like, "I don't see why you doing that." You know what I'm saying? And my feelings was hurt. Because I'm like, dog. The only thing I felt that she could have came better about it and said, "Baby, I think you can do better." That's the only thing that I just felt. I just didn't like the part that she laughed in my face. But when I went back to look at it, I understand how she felt. And she felt like that maybe it was a joke. All what she knew about what was going on with me and the person I was finna marry. That I know you ain't coming telling me this. I know you ain't coming telling me talk about no marriage. And this man done did this and he done did that. And you talking about some marriage? You know what I'm saying? No, she just felt that I can do better. The way she came about it might have hurt my feelings, but hey, everybody, you know what I'm saying, make mistakes or whatever, When I told her how I felt, that she's like, it kind of threw her off. She didn't mean to do it. She said that she didn't mean to make me feel that way. But when she did it, I was hurt. I cried about it. I'm like, dog, she didn't have to laugh in my face. But at the same time, I understand why she felt like that. Because she knew what was going on. She knew what had happened in my life. She wasn't judging me. She just knew that I can do better. You get what I'm saying? She knew that I didn't have to deal with what I was dealing with. That it was going to be a better man to come along for me. That I didn't have to deal with that. That she knew that one who God sent me to marry. And she was right. And I think about it because now my daughter is grown. You know what I'm saying? And I would have been like, oh, something like that. I probably would have laughed in her face, but I would have been like, hey, I don't think this is it. I don't think that you need to really think long and hard about this, baby. You need to think long and hard. I done discussed things with my daughter before, some of her relationships and stuff like that, and I came at it kind of delicate. See, but one thing I did, what my mom did when she sat back and she laughed like she did, like that, I learned that when it came down to me that I wasn't going to do it that way, because you learn from things that you go through. So I learned that I don't want to do my daughter like that, but I will let her know if I feel like it's not right for her. I definitely will let her know. But I'm not going to laugh because I know how it made me feel. So now make me learn how to make a different approach. As now I know how to do a different approach. So y'all, you need to learn the difference between when somebody is sitting back judging you and saying negative things about you, and learn when somebody actually really loves you and care about you. You can tell the difference. And you got to stop being so overly sensitive when somebody's just trying to tell you right out of love. But if you see somebody is sitting back constantly criticizing you and judging you and judging you and judging you and never let up, just always got something to say about you, never got nothing nice to say about you at all, you need to cut them off. You definitely need to cut them off. You don't need to stick around, see, because when you sit back and stick around stuff like that, something ain't right with you. Something is definitely not right. You need to move around. You feed them with a long handle fork. I said before, long handle fork. That's how you feed them. You feel me? If it's a relative, you feed them with a long handle fork. You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody that you just can just cut off completely, hey, you ain't got to feed them at all. You can keep moving around. You know what I'm saying? But learn how to take constructive criticism from your loved ones, somebody that really care about you, because you know who really love you and who really don't love you. And the energy, outwearing the energy and stuff like that, pay attention to all of that. Pay attention. And start evaluating the things that's going on in your life and wondering, is this person really riding with me? I know one thing, my son rode for me tonight. My son rode for me tonight, I tell you that, because when he showed up at Target, and I was up in that parking lot like that, he showed up, he's like, man, he wondered, Mama, why you go to the movies by yourself? I said, I didn't have nobody else to go with me, you know, and I didn't want to ask nobody else to go to a movie that they didn't see the first 3 parts yet, you know, so hey, I just had to go on my own. Today was the last day. But my son came out and said, hey, I ain't going to let her end this night alone. I'm finna come out here to Target and say, hey, what's up, mama? You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's showing me the same energy that I would have shown him and that we show each other. We had a nice little talk and we just keep it, you know, real with each other. And hey, that's how it go, y'all. So, y'all, I'm going to end this video. But if you like this video, y'all, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, share my videos, y'all, and subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. And y'all stay blessed. Have a good night. You understand me? I have one.